Through the narcissist games, you usually become easier to manipulate. That's their whole plan, to make life easier on themselves. And when we recognize the things that they've turned us into to make us easier to manipulate, we can work on those so that people can no longer manipulate us. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, they're incredibly offended by your no, by your healthy boundaries. And they go all out to make out that there is something wrong with these boundaries rather than there is something wrong with their reaction to your boundaries. They go all out to make you feel guilty. They go all out to get you to fear abandonment and rejection because they suddenly stop speaking to you if you don't give in to their demands. So when you find yourself having trouble in saying no, when you find it difficult to refuse requests, there's a sign that somebody could potentially have or is currently manipulating you. Manipulative people will use this to their advantage. The more you give to them, the more they will keep asking for, knowing you will likely give in. And when you don't give in is when they will fall silent, when they will play the victim, when they will guilt trip. They see it as a game of how far they can push you so that they can get their needs met by you. And they don't see anything wrong with it because they believe that they're entitled to get their needs met, even if it hurts you. A desire to be liked. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be liked. We do have to recognise that no matter what you do, there's going to be people that take a dislike to you, especially narcissistic individuals who are usually envious of you. However, with narcissistic people, in the beginning, they go all out with that flattery and that charm. They know exactly how to raise you up so you become dependent on their validation, on their approval. And then when they begin to devalue you, you start to think that there's something wrong within you rather than their sudden change in behaviour. You think they're offering you constructive feedback when they're actually trying to sabotage you. You begin to crave the approval from them, wanting to be liked by them. Manipulators use flattery and then withhold affection or use criticism, belittle you to control your actions, to control the work that you do, to control how you look, the clothes you wear, the people you see. Making you prioritize pleasing them over yourself. A fear of conflict. Plenty of people can fear conflict. With a narcissist, they will train you into fearing disagreeing with them. From their overt rage to their covert passive-aggressive behaviours. You begin to avoid the conflict, which makes you more vulnerable to their manipulation. Manipulators often exploit your fear of conflict by pushing you to agree with them or give in to them out of fear from past reactions from them if you dare to assert a different opinion, if you dare to stand by your beliefs, if you dare to set a boundary. So they go all out knowing full well that you're looking to avoid confrontation to make it difficult for you to say no to them. Having empathy. There's nothing wrong with having empathy. In fact, it's a very good quality and something that narcissistic individuals lack. And while empathy is a good quality, manipulators use it against you to make you feel sorry for them. They play the victim. They guilt trip you. They make you feel responsible for the things that they've done wrong. They get it so you want to continue helping them even though they are hurting and punishing you. They play the victim to trigger your emotional support, making you prioritize their feelings over your own needs. A low self-esteem Now, you can have a low self-esteem before you enter a narcissistic relationship. More often than not, you will come out with one after a narcissistic relationship, or you're raised by narcissistic people due to their constant criticism and belittlement and devaluation. If you don't believe in your own worth, which a narcissist doesn't want you to believe you're worthy, so that you don't believe you deserve to be treated any better. You believe you're lucky that they're willing to put up with you. You're then more likely to allow others to dictate your choices. And manipulators will feed off your insecurities and use them against you to guilt you and to shame you. A desire for peace, wanting to keep the peace, maintaining harmony in relationships can make you susceptible to their manipulation, as you'll often agree to them to avoid any tension, to avoid their silent treatments, to avoid their passive aggressive behaviour. Being too trusting. There's nothing wrong with being trusting. However, a narcissist will go all out to earn your trust, so you become overly trusting of them. Manipulators thrive when they can convince you of their good intentions, even when they're going all out to exploit you. Remember, trust is earned, not given. When it comes to narcissistic people, and when it comes to ourselves, recognizing these traits, whether they've been brought on due to the person we are around or the person who raised us, can help us to learn to establish stronger boundaries and protect ourselves from their manipulation. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot give no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to or have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a few one-to-one slots available. I also have several books out on Amazon if anyone is interested in those. There is 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain, how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries, healing from narcissistic abuse, a guided journal for recovery and empowerment, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and the new book, which is more of a novel, which I was hoping to get out at the end of this month, but I'm only halfway through editing it, is Behind the Mask, The Rise of the Narcissist, which will hopefully be out at the end of this month. If not, it will be November. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.